Alright guys, welcome to the Season 4 XP Guide, Breakdown, Overview, whatever you want to call it. Today I'm going to be going in depth on every method and possible way you can get XP this season to maximize your gain and get level 100 or 200, whatever you're going for, as soon as possible. I'd like to think I'm pretty knowledgeable when it comes to XP and how to maximize leveling up. I'm pretty on top of it the last few seasons. In 1 week, I'm already past level 100. All right, guys, I'm level 149. It's been about 3 weeks. As you guys can see, I am wearing Darth Vader. Has not happened this season, sadly. I've been extremely busy moving into a new place. Yes, I am level 10, but this is my second account, and I'm only on this account so that I can just view all these challenges. First, we're going to talk about the Paradise. I think XP has been buffed across the board, so you get more XP from everything. The Paradise story quest, daily, weekly, whatever, but Paradise gives you a lot of XP for each quest, although it has been changed. So before, you could go and establish device uplinks throughout the map. It was just, an area to go to on the map. It told you on the challenge and you walk over to it. That counted as its own quest, and then it gave you more quests to do after that. This time, you can see I'm on stage 2 of 5. Once I complete stage 5 of this, it's done. I have to leave the match or finish the match, whatever. And I'll get the new set of quests once I rejoin a match, and when I'm on the battle bus, they give you other challenges to do. We have these three we don't need to spend much time on. Kickstart quests are new this season, I think. And it's just extremely simple, easy quests. You're going to complete these just from playing the game anyway, so you don't really need to even focus on them. Daily quests, same thing as it's always been for, however many years they've done this. You have daily bonus goals, and you complete 3 daily challenges a day, and you get a bunch of XP. Obviously, the daily challenges themselves are infinite, but they don't give you that much XP. But if you complete 3 a day, you get 15k for each one of those. So definitely try to do at least 3 daily quests every day. And then weekly challenges, obviously same thing as it's always been. You're just going to have a bunch of challenges every week to complete. This season you're going to get 20k for each one, and then 50k for the bonus ones. Moving on to the milestones. This is going to be a big part of this video. And real quick, I want to give a shout out to MattyOG. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but he made a full-on in-depth video on just the milestones. And a lot of the methods I'm going to go over to completing these milestones come from that video. Obviously, some of them, some of them are kind of obvious. Some of them I already knew, but he gave a lot of really good methods for these quests that I probably would not have even thought of. So shout out to him. You get 6k for each stage, 20 stages, plus you have the bonus goals. Like, you're gonna get a good amount of XP from these milestones. So let's just go over all of these here. Catch items while fishing. So there's 2 pretty good spots on the map for this. One is this little island here, has a bunch of fishing spots and fishing barrels. You also have Loot Lake, has a lot of fishing spots, obviously. Fish and weapons, whatever you get from the fishing holes. Complete bounties, I mean, there's not much to say about this one. You just need to always have a bounty on you when you're playing. And I would recommend using Fortnite.gg. It's a website that shows a bunch of locations, spawns throughout the map. So you could see all the bounty board locations, and you could see other spawns that you might need for the rest of these milestone challenges. Damage opponents, this one's pretty self-explanatory, but something you should know is that the Herald has, I think, 1.2 thousand health. That's going to be an easy 1,000 plus damage just from the boss alone. Again, eliminate opponents, self-explanatory. These two would go hand in hand. So if you're going to focus on one of them, you're pretty much doing both of them. And then evolve Evo Chrome weapons by dealing damage. So this one you would think would be self-explanatory, just use the Evo Chrome weapons all the time, keep on upgrading them. We're actually going to talk about a pretty good method to do this fast. So you want to land at the Herald Sanctum because that is a chrome area, and the chrome chests give you guaranteed chrome weapons. Alternatively, if you find chrome splashes, you could splash a chest, turn it into chrome, and then get a chrome weapon from there. But you want to be at the sanctum anyway, and this is why. Chrome wildlife counts for more, I don't know what they'd be called, evolution points on these weapons. For some reason, they will evolve your Evo Chrome weapons faster than normal wildlife and even just players. And the Herald boss constantly spawns in Chrome wolves, so you can sit there and farm those wolves. And also, I'd recommend upgrading your uncommon weapons to rare and then just dropping them, because it's an exponential increase. You need to progressively deal more and more damage to keep on upgrading throughout the rarities. So uncommon to rare is going to be the fastest upgrade, and you can get that done really quick, just as long as you have a bunch of uncommon Evo Chrome weapons, which will be very easy to find at the Sanctum because majority of the chests are going to be chrome, so you're going to get them guaranteed from chests. And then let's say the boss isn't in the next storm circle, just carry chrome splashes. Obviously, you can duplicate chrome splashes by just throwing them onto a tree and harvesting the tree, but just carry chrome splashes and splash wildlife. And then that's gonna, again, it's gonna be the same effect as the chrome wolves, just chrome wildlife gives you a lot of points towards evolving the weapons. Gain shields, pretty self-explanatory, but there is going to be a method to this. If you really want to focus on this quest, obviously the best way to do this would be to gain shields, take damage, and just regain shields. But there's not a lot of ways that you can take off your own shield. Like, grenades are going to do that for you. They're going to take off 100 shield. And then there's going to be a few locations that are going to have a lot of like slurp barrels or a lot of chests that you can get shields from. Rave Cave, Tilted, Cloudy Condo, and then Reality Tree. It has those bouncy mushrooms, so you don't even need to find shield items. You can just bounce on the mushrooms, gain shield, use a grenade, and just keep on bouncing on them. Headshot opponents, pretty self-explanatory. Just focus on getting headshots only. Hit weak points with a harvesting tool. So this is a method that I found from the video that I mentioned before. But he said to land at this red bridge and just destroy it, because you're going to get so many weak points from that bridge. There's so many different pieces to destroy in such a small area, and they're obviously all metal, so they have a lot of health. Outlast opponents and place top 10. These go hand in hand. These are just passive quests. You can't really focus on them. They're just going to happen as you're playing, and as you're completing the rest of these challenges, as you're focusing on these, you'll just be passively completing these, so you don't need to focus on them. Pick fruit from reality saplings. Just keep a reality sapling wherever you're landing. If I'm landing at the reality tree to complete the shield challenge, then I'm gonna keep my reality sapling, you know, right next to my drop spot and just pick the fruit from it every single game. Purchase items from a character or vending machine. The best way to do this is to find a weapon vending machine. Find one that has shotguns and buy the shotgun ammo until it's completely out of stock. Reboot squad mates, another method I found from that video. He says to land at this location right here. There's a reboot van and there's a torch. So you can just have your friend stand on the torch, keep on constantly dying and getting finished from the fire damage, pick up the reboot card, and just keep on going like that. Restore health, you're gonna want to land at the blimp at Rave Cave, and there is an NPC that sells med mist. So just stock up on med mist, and then I would just say just stay in the storm and just keep on healing throughout the whole game. And in the meantime, you know, while you wait for the storm at Rave Cave, I guess you could just keep on taking fall damage. There's, again, a lot of chests, so you're going to find a lot of heals. There's a lot of slurp barrels. Search chests or ammo boxes. Guys, make sure you're opening them, by the way. Make sure you're not just breaking the platform that they're on. Even though you will get the items, it won't count towards the challenge, and you won't get XP. But I would just say land at Tilted Towers for that and just clear the place. Spend bars. Obviously, you're just going to need to find something that's expensive and that you could blow a bunch of gold on to complete this challenge. And you're going to need to farm gold in order to do that. I would say probably the best way to get gold is from vaults this season. So if you're able to find keys, definitely head towards a vault and open them up and you'll get a bunch of gold from there. Banking the bus driver. This is not one that you can really focus on. I would just try to do this every single match you play. Travel distance as a chrome blob. So this one is actually pretty cool. So you would think that you got to carry chrome splashes, splash yourself, and then turn into a blob and just keep on moving around the map like that. But there's actually a method you could use. So if you land at Shivering Shrine, there's two D-pads that pretty much go straight to each other. You can bounce between them. If you splash a D-pad with chrome, or if a D-pad already is chrome, it'll actually turn you chrome when you step on it. So just turn into a blob and just keep on going back and forth between those D-pads, and that'll count towards the distance. And then finally, travel distance while riding a boar or a wolf. Again, if you want to just do a game dedicated to finding wildlife, you could use Fortnite.gg to find the wildlife spawns. That is all the milestones. As I said, big part of this video, if you want to focus on these quests, this is going to give you a decent amount of XP. And then lastly, SypherPK Icon Series Quests. He has a map that has a bunch of challenges. There's actually 3 quests that give you XP and very easy to do. You can do this in a public match or even a private one. And that is all of the quests. Next, let's talk about XP you'll get just from playing Battle Royale. So when you're playing a match, for the most part, everything you interact with is going to give you 100 XP. Make sure you interact with everything. As I said before, do not break the platform that a chest is on. If you can avoid it and just search the chest, that would be much better because you're going to get XP from doing that. So make sure as you're playing matches, open all chests, ammo boxes, fishing barrels, safes, coolers, ice machines, cash registers. Slurp barrels even give you XP now just from breaking them. Again, do not break the platform that they're on, but if you break the slurp barrels, and for some reason, if there's 2 slurp barrels stacked on top of each other, you can break the bottom one. So I don't know, but just break all slurp barrels even if you don't need shield. Try to stack up on keys for vaults, because obviously there's a bunch of stuff inside vaults. There's a bunch of chests there and ammo boxes you can get for XP in there. Make use of reality saplings, as I said before with the milestone quest. Make sure you're constantly getting fruit from there, and if you're playing public matches, you can definitely farm a bunch of reality saplings in those. Make sure to get all the mushrooms on the floor. And again, you can use Fortnite.gg for a map to see the spawns of everything. Let's talk about creative mode. So if you were to search on YouTube, Fortnite Fast XP, you're gonna get a million different videos about creative XP glitches, like quote unquote glitches, infinite AFK. Let me tell you, there's no such thing as AFK creative infinite glitches. Like, they just don't exist. These videos are all clickbait, and basically the way that creative XP works is each player gains XP at a certain rate that slowly reduces, so eventually you'll get almost nothing for XP. If you do any of these glitches, you're gonna get maybe like 5 levels, and then the XP is gonna slow down so much that you're not getting anything at that point. When it comes down to it, with all the other methods that are available, creative is just not a good way to get XP. Moving on to Save the World though, I know very little about this mode. I bought it years ago and I didn't really play it, although I have a bunch of stuff on my account because you just get stuff from like logging in. I'm so confused when I play Save the World, but from my experience, I'm progressing through the Stonewood story, and each mission is giving me about 40 to 50k XP. Once you beat Stonewood and Storm Shields, from my understanding, you unlock Endurance, which is something that you can AFK and get a really high amount of XP from there. And there is a max cap of 480k XP per day in Save the World, which is equivalent to 6 levels. So 6 levels every day from Save the World. If you have it and you know what you're doing, very easy XP from there. Lastly, Fortnitemares is coming soon, later this month or later next month. It's almost October. Anyway, when that comes out, there will probably be quests that have XP. So again, complete all the XP quests that you can. You guys know the drill when it comes to that stuff. And that's gonna be it for this video, guys. If you found this video informative in any way or you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.